So we'll start session. Hare Krishna. We are doing Bhagavatam, Gita 3.21 today. Before that, let's do a little bit of recap. We have learned lots of slokas, so let's start from 1.1. We'll do this in order so that you can just unmute and just recite that sloka in order, and then if you get stuck, I will help. So let's start with Gayatri Mataji. We'll start with 1.1. Mataji will unmute for Mataji because there was background noise, so I had to mute everybody. Unmute and speak and mute again.
Yeah, I'll do it now. My turn.
Okay, Mataji.
Let me just watch it. So 1 minute, Prabhuji. I'm just recapping
okay.
a little bit.
That's okay. We'll go with Vijay Mataji. Vijay Mataji 1.1. I'll just go in circles, so we keep on going.
धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समावेतायुयुत्सवा मामकः पाण्डवश्चैव किम् अकुर्वत Sanjay.
Thank you, Mataji. And that's your daughter. She wants to recite any sloka, 2.7 or any sloka.
You want to say any sloka?
धृतराष्ट्रोवाच धर्मक्षेत्रे कुरुक्षेत्रे समावेतायुयुत्सवा मामका पाण्डवश्चैव किम् अकुर्वत Sanjay.
So, okay, next one. Roja, Mataji, you want to recite 2.7?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. 2.7.
Yes.
कार्पण्यदोषोपहत स्वभावः पृच्छामि त्वां धर्मसम्मूढचेताः यच्छ्रेयस्यान्निश्चितं ब्रूहि तन्मे शिष्येस्तेऽहं शाधिमां त्वां प्रपन्नम्.
Thank you. Hare Krishna. Gita Mataji, you want to recite 2.13? Dehino?
Yes, Prabhuji.
देहिनोऽस्मिन् यदा देहे कौमारं यौवनं जरः तदा देहन्यप्राप्ते दीर्घस्थासनमोहति.
Thank you. Gita Mataji, you want to do 2.14, Matra Sparsastu?
मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुखदुःखदा आगमापायिनो नित्यास्तांस्तितिच्छस्व भारत.
Kanya Kumari Mataji, you want to do Najayate Mriyate 2.20?
Hare Krishna. न जायते म्रियते वा कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूयः अजो नित्यः शाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे.
Sandeep Prabhu 2.23 Nainam Chindanti. Unmute Prabhu. Unmute first.
Sorry, Prabhuji.
नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावकः न चैनं वेदयन्त्याप्यो न शोषयति मारुतः.
Okay. And Sanjita Mataji already. You want to recite Mataji 2.40?
Astu. Matra sparshasthu kaunteya sitoshna sukadukada agama paino nityas tamstitikshava bharata.
2.40 as well, Mataji. 2.40, we are in Neha Vikrama.
Neha vikrama nashosti pratyamayo na vidyate swalpamapyasya dharmasya trayat mato bhaya. Sorry,
I
Prabhuji,
think
I
Mahato
forgot.
Bhayat. Okay. 2.44 Bhogai Aishwarya. We need a volunteer. Someone please.
Oh, you got it?
Bhogaya Aishwarya.
भोगेशय प्रसक्तायां तया प्रहतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धिः समबद्धौना विधीयते.
Okay, 2.47. Anyone volunteer?
कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु मा कर्मफलं
दुर्वो मास्ति सङ्गेषु कर्मणि.
So 2.62. Who wants to recite?
Oh,
We have
yes,
left. Yes. Okay, let's finish and then we'll start the new sloka.
okay, Prabhuji. दायितो विषया पुंसा संगत्तेषुपजायते संगत्सञ्जायते कामः कामत् क्रोधोऽभिजायते.
Okay, and 2.12, Roja, have you learned? 2.12?
2.12.
Yes. Natoevaham.
न त्वेवाहं जातु नाशं न त्वं नियमे जनाधिपा न चैव न भविष्यामः सर्वे वयमतः परम्.
Yes, okay, thank you so much. What will happen is, as we learn more slokas, we will forget some parts of it. We'll remember, but then we'll mix with the first part with the second part of the other sloka, or the third part, or the fourth part of the sloka. So it becomes a bit more confusing. So we need a bit of practice. So I recommend everybody to recite from first one to the last one. Do a recording, please, and then just repeat yourself. I will just do one sample, how to record. I used to send recordings, but now you're so intelligent, smart, so you can do it yourself. On your phone, there's a voice memo. On the voice memo, just start recording, and then you can just do, for example, 1.1 will do Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Do it twice. So first time you hear, and then second time you sing along. That way you're hearing your own voice and then reciting. So recording you can do by looking or reading the slokas so that there is no mistake. And then when hearing, then you hear it correctly. So Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dhritarashtra Uvacha, Dharmachetre Kurukshetre, Dharmachetre Kurukshetre, Shamabheta Yuyutsava, Shamabheta Yuyutsava, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, Mamaka Pandavaschaiva, Kima Kurvata Sanjaya, Kima Kurvata Sanjaya. So this is one method, very effective method we have learned in other group. Wednesday group was struggling, but with this method they are learning nicely. Learning your own, just recording your own voice in voice memo and then listening. So that's one way. The other way is to just do it in order. So what we'll do is I will give you a little bit of homework. So if we just sing nicely from sloka to sloka, we remember the number, we remember the content. So I will just do very quickly. I'll go a little bit faster so we save time and for our current sloka 3.21. So another method is, I'm just telling you the method, how it has worked for me and it has worked for others as well, is to go in order. For example, I'll just do as much as, even there is a mistake, just keep on going. For example, I will go and then if I make a mistake, it's okay, So I'm not perfect. I'm also doesn't have that sharp, I don't have that sharp memory I used to have, but I may forget, but we keep on going. For example, I'll just give you a sample of what we have learned with the number. I would just go Bhagavad Gita Sloka 1.1. Dhritarashtra Uvacha Dharmachetre Kurukshetre Samabheta Yuyutsava Mamaka Pandavaschaiva Kema Kurvata Sanjaya 2.7 Karpannedosho Pahata Shubhava Prichami Tvam Dharma Sammudha Cheta Yetsaryasa Nishchitam Bruhi Tanme Shishyasteham Sadimam Tvam Parpannam 2.13 Yehino ismin yatha dehe कौमारं यौवनं जरा तथा देहान्तर प्राप्तिर्धीरस्तत्र न मुह्यति 2.14 मात्रा स्पर्शास्तु कौन्तेय शीतोष्ण सुख दुःखदा आगमपायिनो नित्यस्तां स्थितिच्छस्व भारत 2.20 न जायते म्रियते व कदाचिन् नायं भूत्वा भविता वा न भूय अजो नित्यशाश्वतोऽयं पुराणो न हन्यते हन्यमाने शरीरे 2.23 नैनं छिन्दन्ति शस्त्राणि नैनं दहति पावक न चैनं क्लेदयान्त्यापो न शोषयेति मारुत 2.40 नेहाविक्रमनाशोऽस्ति प्रतिवायो न विद्यते स्वल्पमपश्ये धर्मस्य त्रायते महतो भयात् 2.44 भोगैश्वर्यप्रसक्तानां तयापहृतचेतसां व्यवसायात्मिका बुद्धि समाधौ न विधीयते 2.47 कर्मण्येवाधिकारस्ते मा फलेषु कदाचन मा कर्मफलहेतुर्भू मा ते सङ्गस्तु कर्मणि 2.62 तैतो विषयान् पुंस सङ्गस्तेषुपजायते सङ्गात् सञ्जायते काम कामात् क्रोधो विजायते 2.12 न त्वैवाहं जातु नाशं न त्वं नेमे जनाधिपा न चैव न भविष्येमः सर्वे वयं मतः परम्. Now 2.12 you can do it after 2.7 as well, because so that it's in order. So this is another method. So you just record yourself video without looking this time, so that after practicing from the first method is you record by looking at the sloka and actually reading in a nice voice. Double, first time listening, second time singing, and then once you feel that, okay, I'm a bit confident, and then you can, second method is you record yourself like this, from sloka 1 with the number, so that you always remember the number, and you've got the reference, which number it is, and then just keep on singing. And then now if you are practicing like this, then you can practice everywhere, like when you're washing dishes, when in the shower, when driving, because you know the order, you know the number, and this is the second method, and this is the best way to master the slokas. All right, so without delay, we will start today's sloka, which is a very important sloka, very easy sloka, but a very important sloka. Because you are all leaders, it talks about how the leaders should behave in a society, and what when the leaders behave in a particular way, all the other common people follow that. You know, when the leaders set nice examples, then other people copy that. So this is what the sloka says, basically in simple terms. And sloka is 3.21. Yad yad acharati shreshtas तत्तदेवेतरो जनः शायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तद् अनुवर्तते. Very slowly. यद् यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठस् तत्तदेवेतरो जनः शायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तद् अनुवर्तते. Very simple meaning. यद् यद् आचरति, यद् यद्, whatever, यद् यद्, whatever acharati shrestha, acharan, we say acharan, it's a Nepali or Hindi word. Acharati shreshtas are the leaders. So very simple, very simple words. Yad yad acharati shreshtas. So whatever behavior or whatever the examples, these lives they lead, whatever they set examples, whatever acharan they do, these shreshtas, who are the leaders in the community, tat tive taro jana, tat, same, itara jana is other people. And the shreshtas are the leaders, and itara jana are the rest of the other people, common people. So they follow whatever the leaders acharan they do, the common people, they just follow that. Not only that, whatever they say is not enough. Sa yat pramanam kurute. Sa yat pramanam kurute. They actually set the example by proof. pramanam kurute. They have to set the example in actually reality, not only say and tell others what to do and do something else for themselves, but not like that. Sha yat pramanam. Sha is so, yat pramanam, with proof. Kurute is they do. Sa yat pramanam kurute. Locus is locus, again common people. We say locus, tad, that. Anuvartate is copy, duplicate, copy. So whatever the meaning Prabhupada is given, I'll just read that in English so that it's very logically Prabhupada gives. Whatever action a great man performs, man also includes women, because man is just a way to say. In English, they always say man. In our language, Sanskrit and Nepali and Hindi, it's a different format, but in English, they always say man, whatever. So it's just a person, whatever action a great person performs, common people or common men follow. Common person follow, common people follow. And whatever standards he sets by exemplary acts, all the world pursues. Okay, so very simple sloka, easy to learn. So let's repeat once and then we'll go line by line. Yad yad acharati shreshtas.
यद् यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठः
यदाचरति श्रेष्ठ
तत्तदेवेतरो जनः
तत्तदेवेतरो जनः
सा यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते
स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते
कस्तद् अनुवर्तते.
लोकस्तदनुवर्तते
Okay, so we will another method we have been trying is just repeating the lines, okay, line by line. Okay, so we'll try that method as well. So we'll try all the methods in our bag so that we can learn these slokas nicely. So today we'll do this, practice this method. Gayatri Mataji, you are first. Just repeat the first line 5 times.
यद्
Only
यद् चरति श्रेष्ठ
Acharati Mataji. Yeah. Because
यद्
in the sense,
आचरति
correct.
यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ
Just the first
स्तदेवेतरो
line.
जनः
Just the first line only, Mataji. Just the
यद्
acharati
आचरति यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठ
in plural. Okay, so one more time, plural. Shreshtas. Yad acharati shreshtas.
यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठास्
Okay.
यद् आचरति श्रेष्ठास्.
Perfect. Okay, so that one we know. Yad acharati shreshtas. Next line is Kanya Mataji. Tatta deve tarojana.
तत्तदेवेतरो जनः देवेतरो जनः तत्तदेवेतरो जनः तत्तेवो देवेतरो जनः तत्तेवो देवेतरो जनः.
Okay, and Sandeep Prabhu, Vijay Mataji, Sayat Pramanam Kurute.
सायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते सायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते सायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते सायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते सायत् प्रमाणं कुरुते.
Thank you. And Gita Mataji, Lokastad Anuvartate.
लोकस्तदनुवर्तते 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 लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Mataji, you can do the whole sloka in a very nice, sweet voice. Roja Mataji, you can do the whole sloka in a sweet, nice voice.
Okay, Prabhuji. यद्यदाचरति श्रेष्ठस्तत्तदेवेत्तरो जनः स यत् प्रमाणं कुरुते लोकस्तदनुवर्तते.
Ashish Prabhu, you want to do the whole sloka?
Yes, Prabhuji. Yad yad acharati shrestha tad tat evataro janaha sayat pramanam kurute lokas tad anuvartate.
Okay, very nice. Parvati Mataji, if are you able to unmute and just turn the video on if you want to recite. Okay, yeah, she's not there. So we will next sloka is we will learn about 3.27 in the coming week. I will post that in the group. So today we will just do a few minutes left. We are learning Srimad Bhagavatam, and there's lots of topics covered. So one of the things we covered recently is the 9 stages of bhakti, because we will get to bhakti yoga soon. We are doing chapter 3 now, which is karma yoga, and then we'll get to bhakti yoga from chapter 7, and then after chapter 13 we'll do the Jnana yoga. So there's 3 main sections in Bhagavad Gita, chapter 1 to 6. Chapter 6 to 12. 6 to 12 is the Bhakti Yoga, is hidden nicely in the middle. It's like a sandwich between the Karma Yoga 1 to 6 and the Jnana Yoga, chapter 13 to chapter 18. So the stages, the 9 stages of Bhakti. First one is a little bit of Shraddha. We need even to come to Srimad Bhagavatam class or Bhagavad Gita class, or to take up a little bit of spirituality. For anything, little bit of Shraddha is required. If we don't have any Shraddha, then we are not coming. We don't, okay? And people say, just show me the proof. Show me God, then I will follow. Okay, show me the proof, and then I will start reading. They will say, because I want to, before I follow any process, I want to know everything about it, which doesn't make sense. How can you know everything about something before, even if you don't even start? How can somebody tell you? If you want to say, okay, I want to, even in material world, it doesn't like that. It doesn't work like this. Okay, so if you want to say become a doctor, then you have to study some medical subjects, right? So that some biology, that's why they introduced biology in year 11, 12, so that you get a little bit of taste of what it is like to become a doctor, right? Engineer, you want to become an engineer, there's mathematics is compulsory, so that you have to understand all the, apart from algebra, there's calculus, higher level of mathematics. So how is mathematics, how engineering is. So if you don't even listen a little bit, if you don't even take up little bit of spirituality, little bit of religious practices, then it's hard to explain to that person what biology is like that. If nobody has, if person does not have any knowledge of biology, then how can we tell, oh, this is biology? We cannot. We can tell them, but they will not appreciate. They will say yes, okay, I understand. Okay, it's all cutting frogs, and it's all about learning all the tissues and cells and everything in the body, but they will not appreciate how it is actually. It is. So similarly in spiritual practice, in Bhakti Yoga, until you practice initially, if you start listening, if you go into some programs, then you will not get the taste of it. So the initial one is Shraddha, which is faith. The second one is Sadhu Sangha. So if you have a little bit of faith, and though you come into association with someone who has practiced spirituality, this is also example of a Sadhu Sangha, because I'm not saying I'm the Sadhu, I'm just a learner like you. But we have got higher levels like Guru, our Shiksha Guru, Kausalanand Prabhu, he's a lot advanced. So he's practiced in this path for at least 20 years. And his Guru, he's also learning. He says he's also learning. His Guru, Vedvas Priya Maharaj, he's practiced this for 55 years. All his life he's practiced. So we come into association of such devotees, and then That way we see how they live, how they talk, how they behave themselves, how they transform others. What do they do in the morning? What do they do in the afternoon? How come they're always happy? They don't seem to have any material desires. They're always master and they are always happy. So how come? Then we start little bit of interest, okay, of the devotees, what they do. Can I also do the same? Maybe if I do the same, maybe I'll also become happy. So when we come into association of devotees, then we learn few things from there. Third one is bhajana kriya, which is basically just learning, more learning, hearing. Chanting is also bhajana kriya. In the beads, like all Prabhus, Maharajas, they also chant in the beads. They do 16 rounds of mala. One round is 108 mantras. They do Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Ram, 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 Hare Hare. They do mantra meditation. So that's one bhajana kriya. They do also singing and dancing. They go to temple and there's nice kirtans in the temple. And they also have organized satsang programs. They come to Bhagavad Gita. They go to Bhagavatam classes. And they also not only learning, they also, whatever they have learned, they also share with others. That's all comes into the bhajana kriya. So after that, once you start doing those bhajana kriya, what happens is anartha nivritti. Anarthas are those 6 things, others as well. But generally understood anarthas are kam, krodh, lobh, moha, mad, matsarya. These are all we have always heard, right? So these are the anarthas. So gradually what happens is because the purity starts to develop in ourselves, the heart becomes purer and purer, and we become more generous, we become more accepting, we can see our own faults, and kam, krodh, lobh, mad, matsarya. Like for example, somebody says you are too proud, you are too puffed up, then we don't know. Like generally, like material people, if we just live in the material world without any spiritual practice, then we will not know. I will just blame them. No, you are Gamandi, I'm not Gamandi. You are. Then we start fighting with them. But if we start all these practices, once we get to the 4th stage, we start seeing, oh, maybe that was my pride. I shouldn't have said this. So we realizing that heart becomes purified. Kam, krodh, whatever we see, oh, maybe I'm just a bit greedy for money, a bit greedy for myself, and we're probably not looking after others. Maybe I should be a bit more generous. Maybe I should be a bit more helpful, have a bit more gratitude. So all these start positive things we start developing. Artha parvirti we start. Artha parvirti is the positive side, and the anartha nivritti is the negative side. So all those anarthas, they start going slowly. And after that, I'll not explain. We'll do, because these are too high level. I don't understand yet. So after that, it's said, I'll just read it out. Nishta is steadiness. So sometimes we do chanting, we don't do chanting. Sometimes we go to temple, sometimes we don't go to temple. Sloka classes, sometimes we come, sometimes we don't. The Nishta develops. Nishta means more commitment. Okay, I will do. Whatever happens, I'll not miss any class. Whatever happens, I'll do my chanting rounds. Whatever I committed, if I can commit to my guru, say I'll do four rounds, I will do those. If I take up some service, I will do that nicely. So that's Nishta level. After we do the Nishta, then Ruchi develops, and nobody has to tell you. Now until the Nishta level, others have to tell you. Others have to guide you. Have to do this, do this. But Ruchi, then you start developing the taste. Once you start developing the taste, then things will just, start happening by themselves, because you've got the Ruchi. So you want to do things, you want to learn things by yourself. Your guru doesn't have to tell you, do this, don't do this, but you start learning. And then after that, asakti is attachment. Attachment is just hearing the pastimes of the Lord. Nam, Rupa, Guna, Lila, Ruchi. So, and once you take the interest, you learn more. How does the God look like? What's the form? What's the name? How many names does he have? What is this name? What does Govinda mean? What does Gopala mean? Then you start asking Radha Ramana, what does Ramana mean? How many forms? Like 1,008 names. What do they mean? And what pastimes? Nam, Rupa, Guna, Lila. What are the gunas? How powerful is God? He's got all the opulences. He's got all the knowledge. He's got all the rupa, beautiful, how is the most beautiful. He's got all the energy, most powerful. He's got all the opulences, Lakshmis, thousands of Lakshmis, all these opulences he's got. And he's so famous. Nobody is more famous than God. And then not only that, he is the most Vairagi person. Even after having all these qualities in full, everything, all the wealth, all the energy, all the power, all the buddhi, everything, when he is Vairagya. Okay, he is not detached. So you start learning asakti and then bhava, divine love, and prema. So this is the ultimate, to love, to develop some love for God. So this is the ultimate. So all Srimad Bhagavatam is full of knowledge about how to develop the prema for the Lord. So these are the 9 processes of bhakti. So 9 steps actually. If you Google 9 steps of bhakti, this one comes. 9 stages of bhakti, or 9 stages of 9 steps of bhakti. This one will come. Otherwise, the other one will come. If you say 9 stages, so there's two things. So this one we cover. So these are the stages. Okay, the different stages, and we can immediately see where we are. Like, are we in the initial faith level, or are we doing association of devotees? Are we doing enough association? Do we have interest in associating with devotees? More than people in the material world. Is that us? Or are we doing bhajana kriya actually? Or so those things we can ask ourselves. Or anartha nivritti, how much of the anarthas are going, we can see. Are we still puffed up? Are we still pride and the kama, krodha, how angry we are? Kama, krodha, lobha, moha. Are we still hankering for material things? Or we are okay, generally happy with what we have? Krodha, kama, krodha, lobha, moha. How attached are we things? How attached we are attached to the material things? If something always attached, if we lose something, are we okay to accept just the material thing? It's going to go anyway. So it just went early, a little bit early. Somebody, stole our $10. Are we fighting like cats and dogs, or we say, let go? And maybe it was my karma. Maybe I had taken $100 from him in the past life. He took 10. So it's all balanced, all good. Okay. The bad karma went away. Graha kata kat gaya, we say. Are we accepting like that? So all these things will help us in understanding where we are. So, and that's a little bit of extra content for today. We always try to content apart from slokas, otherwise it just becomes boring. Next week we will do very nice karma, the 3.27. It talks about the gunas, the 3 gunas, how the gunas, it basically says all the gunas, tamaguna, rajaguna, sattaguna, these gunas are creating all whatever we do. We are not in control, but these gunas are creating it, and we'll learn how these gunas, actually we can see, we'll actually do lots of practical examples. So in everyday life, when we see someone going on holidays, we can see what guna they are in, just a preview for you. I'm not revealing everything, but let's say one simple example. Somebody went on holiday. Are they in Sataguna? Are they in Rajaguna? Or are they in Tamaguna? Someone in Sataguna, they would go to temples, they will go to spiritual places, and they will probably just go and help their parents, or their relatives, or do something for others, or for their own spiritual development, or something for others. Or they maybe go to some Maharaj's ashram, or learn something. That would be a holiday in Sataguna. Someone in Rajaguna, they would just go to USA, maybe just go to Hollywood and go to SeaWorld, even go to all those places. There's no shortage of places where there's full of Rajaguna. They will probably go to casinos and all those places, and even the worst one, like they go to all these red light districts. They do all these nonsense things. That would be some holiday in Tamaguna. So we can see clearly that what guna is driving them. It's not them doing it. It's actually what guna they are in. If they are in sataguna, obviously that takes them somewhere. That guna takes them to those places. If someone is in rajaguna, then that rajaguna takes them to those places where there is passion, there is fame, there is all these glamour things. And somebody is in tamaguna, they take them to those places which are actually the darker side. So that's one example we'll cover. So we got less than a minute. Any questions? Unmute everybody. Any questions or comments so far? And